But let's get started on this Caleb Hammer video. Let's see this crazy liberal. She looks pretty. It's just really sad that her personality makes her not so pretty on the inside, but let's see.
Speak with my parents.
You chose. They did not choose.
They chose extremism over their child.
Okay, so
You know that this is womanese for... They tried correcting me.
that's the blue hair. Got it.
The housing has just gone up.
Wow, what a nuanced take.
I've called before
You've called people?
Well, I've called the bank.
Great.
I tried
she called the bank.
and I tried to like find out if I'm interested in
The cost of
buying a
housing should
house.
go down, bank.
I want to see people's lives improve, and the government has a role to play in because
People
they
disagree
like
with you
a
slightly
pedophile.
and they're a fascist.
I've seen families like torn apart.
Oh, don't performative cry. No one gives a f or empathize with your fake crime.
I love him so much because he just... I don't care if he's like a liberal or whatever, but this guy just tells... Like, if you're dumb, he will tell you to your face you're dumb. It doesn't matter what you believe. I absolutely love Caleb Hammer. He deserves all the success.
Having your needs met so that you can dream.
I'm sorry, not everywhere is going to thrive.
No, everyone
Communities
should thrive.
That's not
what socialism
possible.
is.
Are you sure they're the extremists? That seems like a more extremist position. You're one of those people I'm already reading. If they disagree with 1% of things, they're a fascist. No, answer the question, or I am ending this podcast. Answer the
I wonder if she answered the question.
question. Okay.
You've never seen Disney Channel?
That was Disney.
Well, I don't know if the Mickey Mouse will be thrilled to be referenced.
Doomsday is a weird fake name, but we gave you a weird fake name because you chose for yourself in your real life a weird fake name.
Chosen for me, but
Your parents named you that?
my chosen family did. It's
Who
cool.
would you choose to be a family?
Whoa,
What's
in the queer
that?
community, yeah, you don't always get to maintain your most close relatives, your blood relatives. So you
Well,
you
did they
build.
dismiss you?
No.
Well, it sounds like you maintain them.
This is just the silence of disappointment. The disappointment of silence. Who knows at this point? It's just like she opened her mouth, and I knew even before she opened her mouth, honestly, that this is gonna be the kind of show that I'm gonna be ripping my hair out. Why are people like this in 2026, dude? Like, oh my gosh, you're so not only are you tone deaf, you're just... Is this the kind of people that we let out into the streets to, you know, do whatever to run our society? Is this it? Is this the best we've got? Oh my gosh, I need to know, like, outside of her quote-unquote trauma here with her family, is Starbucks gonna be her most expensive thing on the list? Give me a 1 in chat if you guys think it's gonna be Starbucks. 2, if it's gonna be hair dye. 3, if it's gonna be, I don't know, donations to some LGBT fundraiser or something. I think it's number 1. I'm in for the Starbucks chat. How much are we betting? How much are we putting on the table? Put the chips on the table and let me know. How much do you think she spent on Starbucks in the year?
I do not speak with my...
You chose. They did not choose.
Their decisions have made our relationship what it is today.
Their decisions. Meanwhile, you're the one walking away from them, sweetie. I think you're the problem. And the color of your hair absolutely says
What
it
did they
too.
choose?
They chose extremism over their child.
Okay, says the blue hair. Got it. Okay, which usually qualifies towards more extreme people. Usually, what's their extremism?
Their extremes are just not very minority inclusive, despite what they might say.
It's not minority inclusive. That's extreme. You don't have to like people. You don't have to. Now, wishing their end is extremism. Not liking a group or not liking people or whatever isn't extreme. Unless you make it extreme. And I doubt she gives a good example at all. So let's keep watching. Let's see what
Their
goes on here.
actions say otherwise.
What's their actions that are so extreme? They kill minorities?
They're not helping them.
Well, not helping's extreme? Wait, what's helping?
We've had extended conversations about what politics looks like in the world, and when they discuss it, the things that they say or choose not to say are pretty detrimental. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like extremism. You know what the word extremism means?
Yeah.
What do they do?
I don't think she's read a dictionary in at least a decade. So no, sir. I don't think she knows.
That's extreme.
There was once upon a time when Kamala came out with...
Kamala, thank you. You're going to get canceled for that.
Dude, he's going to roast her so hard. And I'm just here for it at this point. I'm really here for it.
She was talking about how our current president wanted to have generals more like dictators of old.
Okay.
And I asked my parents what they felt about that, and they said they needed the context. And I said, under what context is it okay to like want Hitler's generals?
Maybe they wanted to understand if he was doing his classic rifting or if he was being an actual dictator, which would be bad. But we know, if you follow politics, which I assume you do, he is a rifting guy, and you take like a grain of salt with pretty much everything, including saying peace is close in Iran, which I think you would agree with.
And also like threatening to nuke them, an entire population.
Exactly,
yeah.
which wouldn't be great.
That's a pretty extreme.
But I think
that's pretty extreme action.
Which we haven't done, so I would say an extreme action was not done.
We did bomb the bridge, yeah.
A bridge. Yeah, that never happens in war.
You can see the crazy in her eyes. When someone is far gone in life, you just have to look at their eyes and like how wide they open them. She has nice eyes, by the way, but like her beauty is just wasted on her at this point because we bombed a bridge. Okay, and they're importing third world immigrants so that the people who live here not only don't have a place to live, but when these people take advantage of the system and they're siphoning off tax dollars, that's not extreme. No. Actually, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, let's just let them have everything. Heck, I'll throw my keys at them. They can take my car, my my Honda Accord. They can just take it. Go take it. Go drive it. Here, I don't need it. I can just sit here all day and be a VTuber. It's good. Like, lady, look, I hate war like anybody else. I think that it's terrible that people are, perishing. I think that humanity is corrupt and evil and wicked and this and that. And that's why we need Christ. We need Christ, our Savior, to help heal us because we humans are terrible people. No, yeah, well, maybe not 9 times out of 10. I'll give it a solid 7 because sometimes people can be good. But I think that when there's a war going on, it's unfortunate, right, that people pass away. It's unfortunate that there is violence. I don't condone it. But sometimes you've got to defend your country. Now, I think there's a lot of stupid wars that we've been, have no business being part of. But at the same time, like, we, when it comes time to defend ourselves and these other countries are, let's say coming after us in our interests, well, you got to fight back at some point. You can't just take it sitting down and like whatever. But if we don't have people protecting us, what are we doing? Like, what do we stand for? Again, these people are so upset that a war is going on in the Middle East, but there are some really wicked people there. And as a Christian, even though I'm not the one being persecuted, there are Christians actively being persecuted in the Middle East by certain religion, right? So I feel bad about the loss of life, especially innocent life, but there are some serious wicked people and, are going to be put out. And unfortunately, people are going to be collateral in that crossfire because we, as humans, are so divisive, we're so destructive, and we don't care about what happens to other people. And it sucks. I wish it wasn't that way, but that is the unfortunate reality that we live in. War has been part of humanity almost since the dawn of time. Almost. You can feel bad for people, but it doesn't seem to me that you feel bad for the people here at home. These are the kind of people that I would not want running my government, local, state, federal, on no level whatsoever, because these are the very people that sell us out to these third world countries. They start importing all the immigrants because they feel bad, and then we have to foot the bill. And not only that, once they're the majority or they're very close to being the majority, they start to impose their laws from their countries that are not compatible with Western culture. Sharia law, this halal meat stuff that they're trying to put in schools so that, these Muslim kids can eat their, food. And it's ridiculous. Like, why are we bending the knee to the people who will, first of all, you're queer, they're going to decapitate you. You go to that country and you're open about it, you're done. You're cooked. The moment they find out who you are, that bridge meme, but that picture of the bridge with the kid, which I think is horrible that people make fun of that kid. You're not, that bridge is going to look like paradise compared to what they're going to do to you. And in Minecraft chat. And it sucks. You do not care about America. You are not American. You have been brainwashed by the people seeking to kill you. And it's really unfortunate.
So, okay.
Are you pro-war?
Pro-war? I think, well, like your parents would say, context matters.
Pro-war? For real? Like, oh my. Lord have mercy. Just look at her. She's like all smug here, like, oh, this guy's crazy.
Or, I mean, that depends on what's happening. Are we defending ourselves? What are we pro-war overall?
Well, are we defending ourselves in Iran?
Iran? Am I pro-Iran war? It's obviously the consequences.
Well, you're saying that bridges get burned or
well, if that's what you were freaking out about, a bridge, like I'm like, okay, a bridge, I'm okay.
Well,
I more care about
hypotheticals and blowing up a bridge.
If you're gonna call out something bad, how about the school? I mean, I think that was a little less fortunate. A bridge, don't really care. But your parents saying they need more context isn't an extreme position. Asking to understand what was being said, why and how is not extremism. So you cut them off.
But there's no amount of context.
This is. Yes, there actually is. There's context in everything that's ever said.
Yeah.
Because that's always important. There's context in this conversation. There's context that I'm getting on you not being involved with your family.
Yeah.
The reason I asked that is because I was like, oh, you have a little bit of a weird name. Yeah, your family. And you have a weird name. So I got context of why you had a weird name. Is because your family. I was like, oh, shit.
Well,
that's horrible.
My chosen family. Yeah, my chosen family gave it to me.
Okay, your friends. And the thing is, I got context around, oh shit, this lady's queer. Why would they disown her? That's horrible. That's bad. They shouldn't have disowned her. Oh wait, they didn't. She did. So I got the context around that. So, okay, then I learned more from that context that you disown them. So that's why context is important.
Yeah.
Maybe they would need context. It sounds like they don't agree with you politically, and that's fine. That's not an inherently bad thing. But requesting context is not a form of extremism. Now,
would this be a good time to mention that
it wouldn't, because I'm going to continue speaking.
Are they them?
This is where the Karen complaining is gonna come in, and my head is hurting. I'm hearing her speak, and I feel like someone's throwing a bunch of knives at me, waiting to see where it like hits, bro. Oh my god.
Sure. Yeah, if I remember that, I will try my best. Out of courtesy and respect for you as an individual, it is very difficult sometimes to just remember in the heat of a conversation, right? But I will try my best, especially, well, okay, they, them, yes, very good. If it's the name, okay. No, I respect pronouns. It's hard to remember.
And, that was like the breaking point for me and my parents, since you're asking about my parents.
Well, that makes more sense.
Over pronouns? You blew up your whole family life over pronouns? Oh my gosh. That's so embarrassing, dude.
You brought up the dictator. Here's the thing. I want to finish my point. I want to finish my point. If they said, yes, I want generals that act like full-on dictators, then I would shake your hand and say, yes, that is extremist. That's bad. But they asked for more context around a quote that you chose to bring up. Because I actually do not remember that quote. Maybe you are taking it out of context. Maybe you're not. But them asking for a little understanding of the context around it is not an inherently...
Well, here's the thing, Caleb. If you think right of Mao, if you have any logic, if you don't go with the hive mind virus... You are a bigot, you are a homophobe, you are Islamophobe, you are all the phobes under the sun. So clearly, you're an extremist because you just wanted some context, and you are not supposed to think for yourself. You're supposed to accept what they say, have no reason of your own. Don't put your last two brain cells together because it doesn't matter. Why do they care? They don't care. They want you to submit. They are the dictators. They don't say it. They don't promote themselves that way, but they are the dictators, because if you have any form of wrong think, it's done. You're over, you're cooked. You can't think for yourself. You have to think the way that they think. And honestly, you should go further than them, because if you go further than them, at least they know you're championing the cause. Freaking insane, these people.
Extremist position. If they agreed with it on the face value of those words, that would be extremist. I don't think you know what extremist means. And it is dangerous that you use that, because there are actual extremists in this world that are doing bad things. So they disagree to...
Bingo, he said it right. It's like calling someone a Nazi, right? For example, people keep calling Kirsha a Nazi. People call me a Nazi. People call my friends like Rev, Straub, Cogmin, they call all of us Nazis, because we can not only can we think for ourselves, we have a differing opinion of them. And so the word gets devalued so much, because the moment you disagree with them, you are totalitarian, or whatever they use. You're like a dictator, you're this and that, you want to oppress the little guy. And it's like, no, we're relatively reasonable. We can think for ourselves. And the way that the world has worked for a really long time, you guys in more recent history are people going against that, and the fabric of society is breaking apart. And then she comes here crying like, oh, they didn't call me, but they dubbed pronouns. Lady, you were born a woman. I mean, at least she looks like a woman. I mean, I don't know at this point. People who call themselves they, them have to question everything. But anyway, the point being is that you are the very thing that you hate. You are oppressive. You are totalitarian, authoritative, whatever. You're the one saying that if you don't do this, I'm going to try and ruin your whole life over a couple words. Over just a couple words. Just because you live in Looney Town doesn't mean that I want to be there with you. I already got enough problems of my own to worry about something so unrealistic. Right? This is a modern phenomenon, bro. People have gotten way too freaking comfortable with this nonsense. And it's like you're sitting on the top of the hill in your glass house, sipping your Starbucks pink drink, your $7 pink drink with the little strawberries in them. And you have no idea the things that people who are going through like actual communism and stuff are going through, and socialism and this. It destroys any form of competition. It destroys people's lives. And the poor, like, you are split between poor and ultra mega rich. It's horrible. It's inhumane. But they don't see it that way, because they've been shot up with drugs. They've been taught, they've drunk the Kool-Aid 10 million times over, and they don't care. No regard for human life. Just, it has to be my way or the highway. No puedes pensar. No puedes tener mente with these people, because they don't have one. They don't have even one brain cell to set a light. Nothing.
If I ever had a child, they would allow said child to be in the room with the president if it was an opportunity for them.
I would meet any president. That would be really cool.
No, I do not want to share a space with a sex offender. 34 counts.
He wasn't convicted for any of that. Dude, these people, like, they're so entertaining to watch because they're just insane. They're so insane. They don't have the facts. They're just regurgitating whatever somebody said on Reddit. Oh my lord. This is unimaginable. I see why Caleb snapped. This woman is insufferable.
Okay.
Especially,
well, I mean, I would just meet the executive of the president of the United States of America, regardless of who it is. I'd love to meet Obama, Biden, Trump. Yeah, why not?
No, I don't want to meet a sex offender. Yeah.
Okay. Have you met any before?
I don't want to meet a sex offender, and you probably are your family, your found family is probably full of them.
Or knowingly?
Not knowingly.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. You. I don't think you were invited. Is that a choice you have been actively given?
Again, I'm just that's why
I don't understand what that has to do. They would meet the president of the United States. That's not very controversial. Yeah. I don't agree with everything Trump does. I didn't agree with everything Biden does. I would happily meet them out of the respect for the office of the president of the United States.
So my parents just don't get to be in my life as an adult.
Because they would meet the president of the United States if they were asked to meet the president of the United States? Are you sure they're the extremists? That seems like
Yeah, I agree with you in Kickshot. She is a narcissist. She's got the Jezebel spirit. Do we got a verse on the Jezebel spirit, bro? Where's Jezebel? Hold on. We gotta go to First Kings at this point. This woman, like, quite frankly, manipulation, guilt, control, all of that deception, like rebellion. She is a biblical definition of a Jezebel. And I feel bad, whoever has to deal with this on a daily basis, bro. Like, I will pray for her. I will absolutely pray for her, because this is classic textbook leftist ideology being sucked into the void, drinking the Kool-Aid and screaming to the top of your lungs. It's insane.
More extremist position, where if you're one of those people I'm already reading, if they disagree with 1% of things, they're a fascist. You saying no would have been the proper response. You not responding is actually quite staggering. I have a feeling you're actually the extremist.
I believe that there are solutions that are...
Final solutions?
No. I believe that there are solutions that we could implement in our society.
The world is a mess. The world is...
Who made this? Dude, wait, is that Trump as a Joker? Oh my gosh.
as angry as it gets.
That could improve people's quality of life.
No, dude, someone Photoshop her face onto that, bro.
That'd be good. What's one?
Oh my goodness. So we could certainly provide things like toothbrushes and toothpaste to people for no added charge.
The donker? I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, the donker would be so insane, bro. Yo, wait, who's gonna be Batman though? Is Joe Biden gonna be Batman? Yo, chat. What if we make a little AI series where Donald Trump is a Joker and Joe Biden is Batman, but he falls asleep before he can catch Donald Trump? Oh my gosh, dude, that would be so sick. Okay. If you end up doing it with AI, that's a good idea. Go take it and run with it, okay? Good job, Chad. I'm proud of you.
And
Well, that's
Also,
nice.
hi, David. God bless you.
But pretty much, wait. Listen, there are rural communities. That gets difficult, but...
yeah, I've actually visited those rural communities.
Wow, you went to a farm.
Well, I've been to lots of states. I've been traveling.
She's well-traveled, nice and privileged. That's great. But what I was going to say is in most communities, just like... You can go, toothbrushes and toothpaste is a very common thing to give at pantries and whatnot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
but it's something that we're doing as people.
So
in
the government's
community.
going to fund it. That's your proposition that's going to fix society.
There's lots of things that the
sounds-
government could provide to its people that it's not.
What about
doing.
something a little more substantive?
A phone.
Okay,
A phone or internet
government
service. Yep.
phone. Oh, wait, how are they providing the internet?
Well, they
A phone's different. They could
absolutely have the
manufacture-
infrastructure to do so. They could build light rails. There's so much that our government
Light
could
rails.
do.
Have you seen? They have, in fact, not been able to build light rails, actually. That's kind of one of the things.
There's one that's
It's not
being
light rail,
built.
high-speed rail in California specifically, but light
Elon's
rail
involved
here in Austin,
that one.
Texas? What?
So Elon Musk was supposed to be part of that build for the light rail, and
It's mostly been environmental protection laws.
that have prevented it.
Yes. Environmental protections, all the different surveys that have had to take place have delayed building it substantially.
There's good reason for regulation, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Regulation is what protects our water, like data center.
Oh, she's gonna bring up AI. Oh, she's gonna do it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, you're so cringe.
Are not, there's like regulations that people are trying to get around for data centers so that
what are you
like they
talking about
can
right now?
profit.
Huh? That
You're
was just
saying that-
nonsense. That was just, you just took like 4 talking points and mashed them together. What were you actually trying to say there about data centers?
Data centers are being built far too quickly and trying to skirt
According to who?
regulation and
Skirt regulation?
not asking for the community's consent.
Not asking. I think that's actually one of the big things because communities have been showing up in mass.
Yes, and successfully getting memorandums.
Yeah, which will be damaging to those communities and their tax base, absolutely. As we know, in Northern Virginia, many communities where most of the data centers are.
Look, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but What is wrong with her? Yeah. Oh, the solution to this problem is more government. The government's a problem, so let me put my government. I just... Why? Like, what is wrong with you, lady? Oh my gosh. My brain is melting from the stupidity right now. I can't, dude. I'm not okay, Chad. No, I'm not okay. I'm listening to her talk and it's making me mentally bang my head in my head. Oh my gosh. Shut up, please. Your woman moment is making me insane. I don't want to tell you what.
Big data center collections, like more old school data centers, it pays for 50% of the property taxes, meaning brand new schools, lower property taxes for homeowners and renters. It's been very beneficial.
But they reduce the quality of life for the people.
Well,
oh, shut up. You reduce the quality of life of people. Your whole thing, you put naked gay people on the parades and show them to kids. You have kids in the damn parade. Shut up, lady. Oh my goodness, just go back to your basket weaving class in college and leave me alone. Let this be for the big boys and girls. You haven't graduated the school of human. You went to clown college. There's no way. Oh my, look, if you're a white woman, I just want you to know that I love you. I love white people. White people, I'm not white, but I love white people. Clip it, send it, do whatever you want. But I love white people. But holy smoke, white women are, there's just something in the white woman that, the American white woman that I can't quite understand. I look to my left. That's not my left, that's my right. I look to my left. And then I look to my right. And then I ask myself, no, I don't ask myself anything. I just tell myself, thank God I wasn't born a white woman. I'd have so much self-hatred and secondhand embarrassment. Oh my, this is so stupid. Lord have mercy. Okay, chat. I know we need more white people, but you guys are these white women are gonna end your bloodlines. Go Latina, okay? Go Latina, Latina supremacy, right? This 4th of July, get your hot, sexy Latina. Go to the barbecue. Go grill with her. She will grill with you. She will help you with the pernil. She'll make some pernil with you. Go serve the arroz con guandules. And don't worry about it, okay? This is hot Latina summer. Go get the plátano, go get the maduros, go out there and go enjoy yourself a nice Latina dinner. She's gonna kill you in your sleep, but it's fine. At least she will not embarrass you in public. She will beat you with the chancla at home, but it's all worth it because at least you will hear her say all this nonsense. Yo, Giovanna. I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican, but you are based. You're Puerto Rican. So go get your Latina this summer. Go grill with her. Make the pernil, the pulled pork, okay? The Hispanic pulled pork, get your adobo. And you take her out there. The white women may be beyond saving at this point. You can love her from afar and say, I will save the white race one day. But it might not be this 4th of July though. I'm sorry. It's just not this 4th of July for you guys. So go get yourself a loving Latina woman who's gonna beat you with the chancla when you're home, but she will love you and make you a king out in public instead of doing whatever this lady's doing.
Oh, that's in that community, if I'm not mistaken, it's about.
Oh, you're half Dominican? Okay. Based. And thank you for the 200 bits, C. Thomas. That woman is the same kind of person who will scream and cry at everybody else for being a fascist, but yet they always have just the state as the solution to every single one of their problems. It's cognitive dissonance, unfortunately.
15% of the data centers, maybe 25%, are in residential areas. The other 75% are not, which means it does not reduce the quality of life of the people.
That's the important of regulations, and also getting community input is
okay,
deciding
well, 75%, the majority are not in community areas. So how's that impacting their quality of life? Well, they get to use their phone. The free phones, you want to use the internet? Yeah, they need data centers.
There's a lot that our government could be doing to
what is it?
What's
your concern with data centers? Because there's a lot of misinformation going around. What's your concern?
water quality,
What about
sound
water
quality.
Sound. That's in the residential areas, which I don't think a lot of people want. A factory.
Well, I've actually been to a like council meeting where they were talking about
crazy. They happen everywhere. Good for you.
They
Listen,
talk about
I don't
how they
think
want to
people
change the rules around how they want to measure the sound, so it's actually about the pitch that it's at rather than the decibel. So.
Well, I'm sure both play a big quality, but the reality is, I don't think I want a car manufacturing plant behind my house. I don't think I want oil being drilled behind my house. I don't think I want a turbine.
Like a library,
I wouldn't want a library
because
I wouldn't want a library. I actually wouldn't want a library because here in Austin, Texas, a library, you know what happens here? Our beautiful library downtown, go to it afterwards. That's where every single homeless person hangs out, which means that's in my backyard. That's not what I want.
That's capitalism.
Homeless people existing and us letting them just crash the library?
What are we doing to improve their lives? What social programs are we providing other than libraries?
A lot of property taxes and millions of dollars thanks to Austin, Texas and the Arc downtown, which they can go to, but they can't do drugs inside of it, so many don't go to that. We're also buying a motel here in Austin, Texas to house them and do housing first policies. And that's why my property taxes are so high.
This is my first time in Austin, Texas.
And that's what they're doing in a lot of communities. Like the tens of millions, or actually billions, I apologize, in California, where the city of Los Angeles couldn't even pass an audit on their homelessness spending of 1.6.
And if you guys saw, we reacted to Nick Shirley when he went down to Cali. These governments, dude, like the spending is just insane. You don't see like any improvements. And it's like, do you just let homeless people keep doing what they're doing? I don't know, man. Like, even if you do these libraries, right? It's going to be abused. It's going to be destroyed. Like, there has to be better solutions, like creating affordable housing maybe, or like small affordable housing, like apartments and things like that. Nothing luxury, just bare bone minimum. And, you know, to fuel the economy, but still relatively being fair to people who might not be able to like afford things and they're about to go homeless because the rent is just too high based on zoning laws and other things like that.
$6 billion, but they didn't even know where that's going. I would say actually a lot of things are going to them to help them. Has it worked? No. But you know, it has worked. Houston, Texas.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was just in Kansas where they have like a ton of mutual aid. I've been following mutual aid. How is the community like? Historically
blue Kansas, yeah. So this isn't a political debate regardless, but also, I mean, most recently there was a nice little shooting at the library. So that's why I don't want to have it down in my backyard personally. But the point I was trying to make, I don't want to have a car manufacturing or a lot of the different infrastructure type things in my own personal backyard. But guess what? I still want us to have car manufacturing. I still want us to have data centers. I still want to have these things, but they don't necessarily need to be in my backyard. So that's why a lot of data centers are trying to build in the middle of nowhere. But then people freak out in the middle of a desert. That would impact no one.
Okay, I thought that people were freaking out because they were just building them in cities, but if they're building them in the middle of like nowhere, why are people freaking out? Look, the AI bubble's eventually gonna pop. I'm gonna enjoy the funny AI videos, but eventually it'll pop. Anyway, it's like they're saying, oh, they're building it right in my, like right actually behind my backyard or something, which I doubt is legal anyway, but dude, people freak out, but they don't have the full facts. And that's something that I've like noticed as I've gotten older, is that you can't just freak out the moment something is announced. You need to, if the full information isn't out yet, you know, the smart people are gonna like sit back for a moment and wait for the information before making some crazy statements. Now, obviously reporting things as they go and providing your opinion is fine, but don't freak out and say, oh, it's like World War III or something that's happening right now because of this. And in reality, it's just like, no, it's completely something else. But I don't know, people are just easy to jump to these things, and I think that it's been very detrimental to society because instead of thinking and trying to grow and actually make a difference, we just jump at the first thing and tear it apart before it even has time to, let's say, flourish into something great because we think it's going to be something bad. Like, I don't know. Just no thinking, no thought. Just go. Just the first thing that comes to your mind, just say it, blurt it out. And I get that that's a symptom of modern society. Things are gonna keep going fast. Things are at an accelerated pace. But I don't know. Just like, at least get all the facts before you say something, I guess. And then obviously as things come out, you know, do updates to what you said previously, retract any statements that you need to. And then maybe once all the facts are there, you can make like a full comprehensive video on what the facts are. But it's it's been so feelings over facts instead of facts over feelings especially with this kind of group. The super extreme left, it's always like going to be their feelings over facts. And it's tiring. Like you get fatigued. Is anybody else fatigued in chat? Because I feel pretty fatigued.
You likely would.
They have to build a lot of infrastructure, and they're not.
Which is usually considering they build their own power.
Are.
They're building their own power.
Correct. They're building their own.
What's your issue with that? Yes. What's your issue with that?
I've been studying AI for.
Then why can't you speak
on it? Well, but what I've been studying is what it's capable of. It's like right now it's this.
Okay, this isn't a political debate. I don't care about your AI. Are you afraid it's gonna?
I'm so glad you're shutting her down because she's just saying words. Like I haven't heard a single comprehensive sentence or deep thought. It's just the surface level commentary about how she can't do what she wants. It's insane.
And take your job.
Daryl, add Carrera subway tile to my shopping list. I ain't doing it.
What do you do for a job? Do you have a job? Because it really doesn't sound like
I work in finance.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I feel like Caleb is going to grill her now.
Doing what?
I do corporate finance for stadiums and arenas.
Like Ticketmaster?
Not Ticketmaster. But we do work with Ticketmaster.
Yeah, okay. So you're one of the actual evil capitalists.
By day a villain, by night a hero.
Trying to prevent modern infrastructure? That's weird. That's being a hero? That's
no,
weird.
Going to concentration camps. Yeah, I actually just got back from Delaney.
Auschwitz?
I just got back from Delaney Hall.
Where's that?
That's in New Jersey.
There's a concentration camp in New Jersey?
And many other states as well.
I've never heard of this. What is she talking about? Chat, I'm scared. What's going on? Yeah, no, sorry, social justice warrior, I'm not feeling it today.
Yeah, there are detention centers.
Camp?
Yep. Mm-hmm. They have barbed wire and awful living conditions and maggots in the food and abusing the people in there, no due process. That's a concentration camp.
Okay.
And so people are rightfully outraged and are out there to demoralize the people who are going into those.
I asked her what her job was, by the way.
I said finance, and you asked if I was a bad capitalist.
So she's talking
I'm
about
a socialist.
concentration camps. You're a socialist?
Yes.
Okay, you know socialism has never worked. What socialism are you in favor for? Here we go, get ready.
Even he knows that the answer that's going to come out of this girl's mouth is going to be complete nonsense. Oh, man.
I believe that...
take a system.
A system?
Take a system in the world that you're in favor of.
Well...
That you would rather be our system.
I just don't want it to be capitalism. Nor do I want it to be...
Look, capitalism has its problems, without a doubt, but socialism is a million times worse. It stifles competition, and the government overreach is even worse than what we have. Is that really what we want? I don't want that. It just, look, capitalism works for the kind of society that we're in. It's not a perfect system. There is no perfect system, but it is certainly a lot heck better than socialism and communism. 100%. There is no socialist country right now that is doing well. And before you guys say China, I'm not sure if they're like really entirely a socialist or communist country. I mean, I think they have capitalism, but I'm not entirely sure. So if anybody in chat wants to correct me on that or has more insight on China specifically, it does not work out for a majority of people. It works out for maybe the uber rich and the government, but it doesn't work out for the average day person. We do not want that here. Unfortunately, that's the direction that we're heading in. So buckle your seatbelts, kids. We're going on a journey to pain.
Take a system that has worked that you like and would like to replicate here.
Capitalism.
Take a system, please, that has been proven to work in any country, anywhere. That is better than our system, please.
Capitalism.
Yeah, please find.
Not.
Okay, that's great. Yes, you have your talking points. That's wonderful. Now pick a system that has worked anywhere better than here, that you would rather have.
Well,
I'm waiting for it.
Your definition of better is like not valuing the intrinsic value.
I don't give a fuck about my definition. Your definition. I'm asking you to choose. Don't cater to my definition.
And I'm choosing socialism.
No. Yeah, but pick it. Pick another country that has worked.
And unfortunately, we are an imperialist.
Never tried real socialism, I bet you.
Imperialism is hurting those socialist countries.
It hurt the USSR?
It's hurting
Weren't they imperialist?
And Venezuela. Yeah, the blockades that were
Wait, wait, but didn't we help Venezuela just like a couple months ago? Weren't people in the streets cheering? What is she on about? Ma'am, what are you talking about? We're hurting them? No, we helped liberate them. Now, what they're doing now with that, I have no idea. I haven't like caught up on it, but what is she on about? What? Okay.
Doing for
Okay,
the
for what it's
oil
worth,
in
oil
those
production
places.
dramatically fell after the state took control of Venezuela, and it hurt their economy dramatically well before our embargo. You might be right about Cuba, but no, Venezuela did it themselves before we embargoed. Timeline-wise, so you're just wrong. They had a slush fund coming in when it was collecting taxes from the private enterprise.
What I'm not wrong about is the fact
That's
that
right. So what system, please?
capitalism
Okay, I just asked what her job was. Here we go. Please, pick a system. One place.
This is one of the issues with modern women when they're pressed, is that they don't answer. And I've had this problem too. Like, admittedly, I've definitely had this problem myself. Is like they skirt around the problem and then they don't answer. It's okay to say that you don't know. It's okay to say that you are way out of your league and this is above your head, but don't keep talking. Oh my gosh. Like now she's just saying words. There is nothing of substance coming out of this girl's mouth right now. You have no idea what systems you're talking about. You don't know the real impact, the negative impact that these systems have on people. Like, oh my gosh. A lot of the countries that she's mentioning have dug their graves and their people are suffering as a result. Oh my. So when is she going to talk about that she cares about America? When is she going to talk about the things that affect us? Like she talks about can we just send her to one of these countries? Do we need to just get ICE and revoke her birthright and send her to one of these countries for like a little mini stay? That might help her wise up a little bit, I think.
Super chat. Caleb, the most based non-political streamer.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. He's pretty based. I can get behind that. He's a pretty good guy.
One place that according to your values you would rather do.
New York.
That's not socialist. That's the most capitalist place in the world.
But Mom Donnie is out there doing
He's democratic socialist.
Yeah.
Socialist.
Yeah.
He still believes in capitalism. You know that, right?
Start somewhere.
No. That is still capitalist. All his policies are funded on the tax revenue generated by capitalism. That's capitalism. That is not
Taxes
worker-based socialism. Taxes come from the capitalist state still. So no, that is not socialist. But if that's what you'd like to see, then don't call yourself a socialist because that's not socialist. That's still capitalism. That's more Scandinavian. That's European, which is still funded on capitalist systems. I was hoping you were going to say something like Sweden or the UK. I was hoping you were going to say something like that, which are still objectively capitalist countries. Mm-hmm. Not socialist by any means of the imagination. They have some more social programs, all funded by the success of capitalism, all funded by the marketplace and the wages.
So what happens?
Preach, brother. Preach. Yeah. You tell her. You tell that woman. Like, this stuff is built on the backs of people who took a risk to make a business and had a really good idea and they stuck it out and they were smart businessmen or women. Like, what? I don't... Look, I was not born into riches. I was not born into any sort of wealth. I will not die wealthy. I don't even know if my kids will get any sort of inheritance from me in the future. But what I do know is that if that people throughout history have worked hard to get to where they are, and then to have government intervention, like, I hate taxes. I'm gonna be like, for real, like, I've done tax accounting, but I hate taxes. It's robbing. Like, the intention to help people is good, but the execution has been so terrible and detrimental. But I'd still much rather have capitalism over whatever this woman is suggesting we have, because it doesn't work. Those systems don't work. At least with capitalism, you have a chance. Now, the issue, right, is monopolies and going into oligarchies and things like that, because they will stifle the competition in a different way. But that doesn't entirely take away the fact that you have at least a chance, especially if you have a really good idea that other people that haven't come up with, and you can find the right people to fund it and get shares or raise money, angel investors and things like that, you can be pretty well off. We're very privileged still, despite, our economy, gradually being destroyed right before our eyes. America in its golden age was huge. Everybody was flocking here in the 1900s. But these other these other countries, right, with socialism and capitalism, the government is so in control of everything, of people's lives. Not just even on a monetary level, but on a social level, social credit score. And you're forced into this rigid society where you can't be yourself. But here in America, you can express yourself. Look, America has its problems, but I think it's still one of the better countries in the world. Again, the land of opportunity. Sure, a lot of opportunities have dried up. But I'd rather much be here than, Venezuela with Maduro, or in freaking Cuba with Fidel Castro and all of them. 100%. Like, even if you're sort of like a poor or broke person in America, you can still have a roof over your head. You can still have like support with SNAP benefits and things like that. People abuse the systems, but they're there and they help. What do the people in communist countries have? Rats to eat at night? Malnutrition? I don't know, man. Like, it's just
Capitalism.
ridiculous.
More social programs. How many social programs do you have to do before it's socialist?
You're talking about social programs. Socialist is a completely different economic structure, though.
Right, where the worker has
State-run.
their
It's
relationship
state-run.
to the means of production.
State-run, but yes. State-run. That wouldn't really create much. You know what happened in the USSR? With all the land, most arable land almost in the world besides the United States and I think Ukraine. Well, they had to import all their wheat. The vast majority of their wheat. It doesn't work. It doesn't create the outcome. People need to eat. And
People
it
do need
doesn't
to
work. You know what's actually more
Are
important?
we feeding people under capitalism?
Yes. Have you seen our poor people? They're fat.
Right, though. He's so right, dude. Like, people haven't been abusing the SNAP system for like so long, and okay, I don't want to be racist, but there's like a specific group that's gonna, they go buy their chicken, their chips, and their soda, and then they complain, and then they have like 5 million kids and stuff. Like, it's crazy. There are a lot of people who abuse it, but like, even a poor person can, you might not have the fancy quality of life, you might not be able to afford the Starbucks lattes every single day, but you can still have food on the table and still be fat, like he says.
Yes. The poor people in the United States have to take Ozempic.
Okay, but is it because the cost of chips is more than minimum wage?
Chips? You think that's what's necessary for a sustained lifestyle?
I think that.
I swear, bro, if she says what I think she's gonna say, she's done. Like, she's just done. Like, oh my gosh, please say something smart. Oh my gosh, we might actually have to watch the whole thing. Hold on.
That it's one of the cheapest things you can get from the gas station.
Gas station? Should we be doing our grocery shopping from the gas station? I think we've gotten some pretty bad advice if we're talking about meal prepping.
Well, you would know a thing or two about meal prepping.
Yes, I have a meal prep book.
I don't belong in a kitchen.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Lady, shut up and go make me a sandwich. Woman, you belong in the kitchen. Lady, you absolutely belong in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant. Go make me a sandwich. Can it be ham and turkey, please? Thank you. Like, she probably sets water on fire. She seems like the kind of person who sets fire to water.
Okay.
She burns the water before she puts the pasta in.
Really fighting the patriarchy on that one, aren't you? Brave woman. So they, whatever, You know what I mean. Okay, so are you able to speak on anything, or is it just performative-based bullshit? Because here's the reality. Here's the reality in the end.
We are having food deserts and hospital deserts. And we're having those because it is not as profitable to have groceries and hospitals
still lots
out
of
there.
public
But
funding.
there is intrinsic value in supporting your community.
Okay,
and
so how would we
capitalism
combat? How would we combat a food desert in your mind? What is the actual outcome?
State-run
proposal?
grocery stores.
Okay, and those have always
More government.
worked very well. Anywhere done.
I mean, state grocery stores really impact people's lives when they're in food deserts, yeah.
Okay. Where have they been done successfully?
Kansas.
State-run grocery stores?
Yes.
Okay.
That actually, Kansas was the model for New York.
Listen, if it works, then I'm down for it. I'm only okay with things that have
a lot
worked.
of mutual aid, but they still have a large homeless population.
Your proposal first, outcome last. Outcomes are all that matter. I don't care if you sound like the moral good guy, moral masturbator, performative person when it comes to the... Yes, I'm sure you masturbate. When it comes to the policies...
What do you have to say that for? Come on.
that you're proposing, okay? That's all that matters to you is sounding good, looking good on the front
But
end,
it's
not the outcomes in the
functionally
end.
Possible. We have the
Functionally
ability.
possible. You know what's functionally possible? We have the highest disposable income anywhere else in the
We
world.
also
That is
have
the money you
an
have.
incredibly large military budget.
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with the disposable income. This is what's so hard talking to people like you, because you had nothing to do with the point I just said. You just went somewhere else. Yes, we have a high military budget. What is it? 15, 20% of our federal budget? Social programs are 50%. So what do you want?
Why are we cutting them?
I don't think it's going to go below.
Because it's a drain on the system, you idiot. What do you mean why? Because it's a drain on the system. It's a drain on their tax dollars. Because there's too many people abusing the system. We can't be freeloaders for the rest of our freaking lives, man. Teach people skills, help people grow. Let's bring back more agriculture and stop messing with the farmers. Are you retarded? You're so retarded, lady. Shut up. Oh my gosh. You don't get everything in life handed to you on a freaking silver platter. You gotta work for it. Work for it. Oh my gosh, you're so lazy. Yeah, you don't belong in a kitchen. You belong in a mental asylum. They're gonna put you in that room with the spinny hypnotic thing, and they're gonna reprogram your brain so you have some common sense. Oh my gosh, you're so entitled. What is wrong with you, lady? Lord have mercy, dude. Our government spends money on like the worst things possible. We don't need more social programs. We need to start building. Give people jobs to build. Go send them into the fields. I don't know, to the rice fields, bro. Something. Oh my gosh. So, like... my head hurts. Why do we have people like this in existence, bro? They're just dead weight. They're just dead weight, bro.
50%. It's still substantially high.
We're not
cutting our mandatory spending. You know what's actually going to be cut? Social Security by 2032.
I don't have it.
You'll have Social Security, but only what's coming in. You know why? Because we refused to invest the Social Security fund in the 90s into the capital that we have in the United States. The most capitalist thing we have, the stock market. It would have returned an average of 10% a year, and it would be a massive slush fund. But instead, people like you decided it was too risky, and we put it in low-yield treasuries, and now it's going to be depleted by 2032 because of freaks like you that don't understand anything about basic economics. Yes. Yes. Wonderful for you and me.
Things that would be wonderful for you and me is to have so many of our needs met so that we have the ability to dream.
The vast majority. What do you mean?
Do you know how many things have to go right every single day for you to just operate?
Yes, human nature, the world existing. What do you think this is? This isn't...
Have you ever gone without your phone?
Bro, I'm not enough... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? Have you been here without your phone? Have you had... You don't need a phone to function. Yeah, it makes life easier. But if all technology went down today, you're gonna need survival skills. How... And Caleb talked to her for like an hour? How long? An hour 42? Oh my gosh. Dude, where do we lock people up like this? We're crying out loud, please. Please lock her up. She's a menace to society. She's the people who enables BLM protests, bro, so that they can go and break into the stores and drop mollies and things like that into the stores and burn them up. She's an advocate for destruction.
Yeah.
How long?
It was a couple weeks in college.
Okay. Well,
that wasn't very fun.
How long ago was college? Because if you weren't using MFA then were you using multi-factor authentication in college?
No, maybe. I don't remember.
Most things use MFA now. So
dude, you can get a cheap Android for like $100 at Boost Mobile. What are you clamoring about right now? You're freaking out. You're acting like a victim of nothing.
Well, I'm showing that there are lots of things that have to go right every single day.
The poor people you're freaking out about, I've looked at their budgets. You know how much people could be benefiting themselves if they actually had any semblance of personal responsibility? What are you, 25? You know, your generations goes out to eat multiple times a week, and one of those is typically...
My generation doesn't believe we can own houses, and kind of can't.
Which is funny, because Gen Z, 25% actually own a house. Millennials, 50%. What? Statistics? That's crazy. Yeah, you actually don't know anything that's actually happening. You just want everyone to be a victim. And then you accomplish nothing in your life ever.
Asking people how I'm out here
you can just
in
look
every
things up.
state asking people personally, how much
I'm
are
glad
you
you're getting anecdotal information. You can actually look things up and listen to studies that have happened.
Absolutely.
We have the highest disposable income in the entire world. We have the highest disposable income in the entire world. You know what capitalism is?
Everyone's a victim. I'm a victim. I can't change my life. I can't do better. I'm so perpetually stuck in this cycle of chaos. Man, shut up.
Done. Ever since it's been implemented across the world mostly, in general, the poverty in the world has dramatically gone down. Hunger in the world has dramatically gone down. Yes.
It's just entitlement. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. She's just entitled.
Are you serious? Have you not seen those charts? Have you not seen the data? As a percentage of our income that goes to our grocery budget.
Golf Gully, thank you. Gully. Golf. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. God bless you and happy. I forgot what we were doing. Anyway, happy Thursday. How are you, Miss Gully? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Let me go ahead and give you a. Oh, I thought I was following you already. I'm sorry. Welcome in, guys. I hope you're doing well. It's a happy Thursday here in the okay, just ignore the screen and it's all happy land, okay? It's all happy land in here. Rainbows and sunshine. Dude, this episode is crazy, bro. This woman, I'm only 27 minutes in and I already gave up on talking to her. If I'm gonna be quiet the break, if I'm gonna be really honest with you, I've already given up on her. It's so bad. It's genuinely so bad. So bad. I am baffled by the level of entitlement that this individual has, and I don't know. I think her parents didn't hit her with a chancla or the belt when she was a kid. She didn't get corporal punishment. You can tell who the kids were that didn't get punished by their parents. Look, y'all may be against corporal punishment, but it sets them straight before they end up like this. Sometimes it's a necessary evil, But thank you so much for the raid. I hope you guys had a good stream. How was your stream? What did you do? What are you up to? And obviously, if you need to run, no need to stay if you're not able to. Really appreciate the raid. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day and have a happy 4th of July. If you are going to celebrate. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Sorry, my brain is just like it is so like cooked right now because I've listened to like 27 minutes of this and I don't think I have the patience to listen to more. If I could just, I don't know, smack her silly, I would, because she needed a good smack. A very nice smack. She was gentle parent. I hate when people gentle parent their kids. It does nobody any favors. You have to whip out the chunk, give them the pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me stop. Well, we don't want to be abusive either, but anyway. Hi. I am not 27 yet. I will be 27 in December. I am 26, so but thank you. Finished up a current alpha for Subnautica 2. Nice. Heck yeah, America 250. Happy birthday, Morica. Pudding brain Celestium, dude. I think my brain got incinerated listening to this. I don't think it's pudding. It's literal incineration. Oh my. As a mom, there's a difference between being abusive and being disciplinary. Yeah, but like people like her would say that you're abusing your kids for showing any level of discipline towards them. Oh man, but I'm glad you had a good stream, Ghoulie. That's great. Are you gonna be eating burgers and hot dogs this Saturday? Get your Amurica flag and wave it to the world. I hope that is really fun and good. Thank you again for the raid. Although low-key, I kind of want to call it here, guys, because I feel like if I listen to any more of this on stream, I'm gonna like a slur is gonna slip out of my mouth, and I think I'm really close, and I really want to avoid it. Thank you, Sonic Elk, for the 500 bits. Big hugs to you. What am I gonna be doing on the 4th? Honestly, I want to go out and watch fireworks somewhere. I don't know where though, but I'll see what I can. Look. Gremlin gets bad, okay? The slurs almost slip. It's just so frustrating. I don't the cognitive dissonance with some people is just astounding. Like, she's like, what, 20-something? Probably 30-something. And I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for the follow, Weeds. I appreciate it. God bless you. I hope you're doing okay. First of all, I wasn't gonna say that word, okay? The other word that I was gonna say was like ignoramus or something, and then I don't know, my brain was just like blanking because I'm struggling to keep my attention on her. You like slurs, kid? Oh man.
Is better than any other history in human existence. Yes, you can scrunch your forehead all you want before you get Botox, but yes, that is true.
Before you get Botox. Yes, that's exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna put Botox. Oh, that's so funny, bro. Oh my gosh, you just roasted her. I've been punching him.
That is a fact. That is reality. There's only 3 categories that have gone up. Do you know what they are? It's a percentage of your income. What are they? Open ears.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
You know the only three categories in our lives that have gone up as a percentage of our income.
No.
I'll tell you. Schooling. Why? Student loans. Because we allowed people to borrow for school.
Colleges used to be free.
Exactly. Until we allowed student loans. So, of course, every time we raise the cap on student loans,
college used to be free.
Hey,
be careful, Caleb. If you throw a chair at her, she's gonna sue you for all you got.
Free is free. Free is free.
So she has no rebuttal. Great. Okay, so the government got involved.
We can be free again.
Okay. No, it can't at this point. No, it can't.
No, because then, okay, no, we absolutely cannot. No.
Why not?
Because we've allowed colleges to raise the price of their tuition because of the amount we allow people to borrow. So they've built these campuses with lazy rivers around them. Like, it's crazy. It's all built on the sports teams. Not every school needs to have a sports team, music program, all that shit. It doesn't need to happen, but we allow people to borrow infinite amount of money. So that's one.
I don't have any student
You know the
loans.
second one?
What? No.
You know what? Cost of housing. Why?
The housing has just gone up
Wow, what a nuanced take. You're incredible. They're performative. They're all performative. They have absolutely no real solution to anything. It's mostly due to permitting.
I've tried. I've called before
You've called people?
Well, I've called the bank.
Great.
I tried
she called the bank.
And I tried to find out,
Bank,
if I'm interested in
the cost
buying
of
a
housing
house.
should go down, bank.
If I'm interested in buying a house, what do I have to do? And they told me that I would have to go to a loan
Why
shark.
has the cost of housing gone up? Most reasons. Zoning in this country. Environmental policies, which again, I will agree with you that they're not all bad. But when they prevent housing in California by years, in Texas, good old red Republican Texas, we've outpaced California in solar production, battery production, and wind power because we actually allow people to build. Instead of California, it's like it's all performative. But then the environmental regulations have gotten in the way and it's impossible to build anything. Zoning,
just value
environmental
what the community has to say.
No, because environmental protections, oftentimes when used to prevent building, are used by developers and housing organizations, HOAs that don't want new housing because it impacts their value. They use the legal system created through those environmental policies to prevent housing, not actually protect the environment. You know that, right? And it's zoning, single family zoning forever. Red Texas, red Florida are building housing because they.
Yeah, and then people end up moving down there because the housing is cheaper. Like, I was looking at houses in North Carolina. I was looking at houses in Texas. Heck, I even looked at apartments in Florida, and it's you could find something. Now, granted, Florida's getting very expensive, so it's just a matter of time before everything is raised to the roof. But still, probably compared to these blue states, you probably can get a newer house for less in a state like Texas in a pretty decent neighborhood. I mean, sure, you're gonna probably have to put like $40,000 down for like the down payment if you can't buy it like cash, or $20,000 or whatever, depending on your credit. But you won't get like a rundown home that you'd get here on the East Coast. Like, you can't buy anything with like $200,000 here. You can't, not unless it's a super fixer upper. But you can't get anything decent. No new builds. They're like 500, 600,000 plus million, if you're probably even. It's not cheap, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll move to Texas, maybe in the future, but right now, unfortunately, I don't have the kind of money that I would need, and I'm not a full-time content creator either, so it's probably going to be a couple years before I can get my own house, but it's not easy. People don't understand the laws and the regulations that are being put against people who are trying to build. And there's no single family houses. They're trying to build McMansions. Corporations like BlackRock have bought up a bunch of housing. It's really bad out there, man. And people don't understand. They just don't, like, it's not only government problems on a local and state level, but also these mega corporations that are buying up, single family housings to turn them into commercial properties or to rent to people and jack up the prices like by 1,000. Like, it's insane. Really bad.
Enacted YIMBY policy, more liberal policies on allowing smaller lots, getting rid of parking minimums, and actually allowing developers to build what the market demands. Where in LA, you cannot build that in progressive LA.
What about rent?
What about rent? Rent goes down in places like Austin, Texas, where we built up. Rent actually went down. You'll never see that in San Francisco. Permitting fell in half, 50% the moment San Francisco enacted rent control, performative policy that has never worked once in any human existence tested city, ever. Not one time. Places in Minnesota, very progressive Minnesota, enacted rent control. They immediately got rid of it years later. Same with Massachusetts. They got rid of it. They outlawed it because it decreases permitting immediately, because it decreases places being built, which makes rent go up. For the lucky few that get in generational rent control, congratulations, they 98% of people. That's why housing has gotten expensive. Our zoning. Guess what? People buy housing in Japan, but their values never go up. They actually expect to sell it for less because they have incredible zoning where they have these 5 layers of zoning that always require some kind of commercial integration where people can build up. The market can build what the people demand, what capitalism demands. So we went through one of two: student housing, where the government has gotten involved and made it harder to do things. People to abuse legal systems to prevent housing being built, to allow their land value to go up. You don't understand the actual outcomes of the things you ask for. It's all moral masturbation on the front end, nothing on the back end.
I had a joke, but it's not PG, so I'm gonna keep it to myself.
I've seen families like torn apart.
Oh, don't.
I've seen families torn apart. Chat, have you seen families torn apart? Chat, beans. I'm moral grandstanding and crying so that you can listen to my point better. Oh my gosh. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Somebody put tape over her mouth. I don't want to hear her talk anymore, Caleb. Look at her finances and tell her to get the heck out. Oh my God. I don't like laughing at people suffering, but like, she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing. Are you an adult or what? This is so shit. Like, this is a humiliation ritual that she's going through right now.
performative
by her own hands, by the way.
cry. No one gives a fuck or empathize with your fake crying. That is sad.
We call these crocodile tears.
A family being torn apart is sad, but I'm sorry, if you made the choice to do something illegal,
I think that we should repurpose ICE so that instead of tearing families apart, their job would be to meet people where they're at and help them get the paperwork they need.
So brave. There you go. You won TikTok. You got the Reddit award. Your community's just supported you, and you just got your moral masturbatory pin. So proud of you. Okay, is there
because
a real
I want
conversation?
To, like, actually
No, it's
support
because
these
what you're
people.
supporting is something that's just not going to happen. We have to think of real things.
Your real things aren't thinking about the people.
No, I actually do because I care about the outcome.
About the system.
Ma'am, you are the last person to tell him that. He absolutely thinks about people. He's helping them budget. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I still have to work on like my own financial stuff. Don't get me wrong, but like Caleb has actually made me think more and to be more conscientious of like things that I spend on and to save money and to have money set aside. I have money in my savings. I have more money in my savings. Shut up, you. Don't talk about my gotcha pulls. I don't even pull gotcha all the time. Be quiet. How dare you bring that? I love you, Green Luck. Brother, we must meet again soon. We must hang out again soon. I gotta go visit you in your little quarter of whatever Long Island. Bro, why'd you gotta throw me under the bus like Look. I don't always pull on Hawkeye Star Rail. I promise you. Celeste Caleb Hammer collab when? Bro, if Caleb Hammer looks at my finances, bro, I think I might disappear from the internet, low-key.
You care about the system.
No.
Now, okay, look. I'm spending business money to do business things. Okay. So Gremlin is doing good things in the background because she loves anyway.
Because I think about the outcome, and the outcome is the only thing that actually impacts people in the real world, not what you say on TikTok.
I don't have TikTok.
Not what you say on Reddit. Knew you did. That.
She's a Redditor. I mean, at this point, Reddit has become TikTok with all the brain dead leftist liberal takes. So, you know, you go get it, queen. You go tell the world.
That's the reality. That's all that impacts people's lives in the end, not what a politician says on stage. What happens at the actual outcome? The real thing at the end of the pipeline that no one tracks in the end. People get elected based on what they say. They don't get elected based on outcomes. You're a what they say person, not an outcome person. I care about capitalism because I care about the outcome. The outcome in the United States.
I care about the intrinsic value of communities.
You all into pondering like cinemas and make-believes and celluloid?
Yeah, and then like painting my nails and calling on my friends at 9 o'clock, telling them if they watch the latest soap opera.
Shut up!
Yeah, okay.
Because I've seen the community suffering.
No, you think anecdotal things equate for the entire billions of people on the planet. That's not how statistics work, lady. Sorry, I keep doing that. I really am not trying to do that. Here's an example again. Disposable income, 17% went to...
Man, don't respect no damn pronoun. Here's her pronouns. Re-and-tard.
Groceries
Oh my
and food
God.
in 1960. Today, 9.7%. 9.7% of a budget going to food, that is incredible. That is a blessing. That is living better than kings did. Yes. Scrunch your head all you want. The middle-class American today lives better than kings.
What a CEO makes and the average frontline worker is.
Here, she has a talking point prepared. That doesn't matter as long as people are doing well. What is the...
I'm sorry I couldn't get my McMansion in Beverly Hills. Or my name's painting hot pink with the cherry design. I couldn't get the $9,000 luxury high-rise apartment loft in Manhattan. Oh my gosh. Oh guys, I think the disappointment is welling up in my eyes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry. I couldn't buy the $20 Starbucks drink with the sprinkles on top. Ugh. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. The misery. The misery. Oh my gosh.
actual consequence.
Well, what doesn't matter if people are doing well. These people have to have multiple jobs in order to sustain a lifestyle.
Some people, not the median American. Not the median American. Some people,
median
yes.
American relying on minimum wage.
What percent of the American population is relying on?
Most people aren't on minimum wage, girly pop. No one is entitled to the McMansion life. And the CEO probably had to take a lot of risks to get there. And if the company goes under, he doesn't get paid. Oh, if he has like stocks, maybe like, but you know the amount of risks that a business owner has to take? And most people paying taxes are small businesses, actually. And the middle earners of the country are the ones who get messed around with policies and things like that. Look, just because we all can't have the McMansion life doesn't mean that you can't live a solid, comfortable life. You know, yeah, you can't go on 10 trips to Bali in the year, but do you really need that? I'm going to be really honest and like pausing for a second because I know I've made fun of her enough already, but I'm going to continue doing it anyway. We've become so materialistic in the West. We're very spoiled as a whole. Even the poorest person is doing better than, you know, some middle-class family out in the third world. But we take it for granted, and I know I've taken it for granted too. Like, yeah, I don't, you know, guys, I live in an 800 square foot apartment. It's better, a bit better than where I lived before I moved out from my mom's place. But it's not fancy. It doesn't have like all the fancy appliances, the latest and greatest appliances. It's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of expensive though, especially since I lost my job in October. It's been a little hard to keep up with things, but you know, glory to God that, you know, he's here and he's helping me, and you guys have been helping me a lot too in the last 6 months. But I don't need a fancy like apartment. I mean, it's nicer than where I used to live. There's people not really doing drugs and the floors are nice. It's calm. It's a relatively quiet neighborhood. Yeah, would I like a, you know, mid-sized sort of big house someday? Sure. I don't know if I'll ever get it. But I'm not living terribly either. I mean, heck, how many people wouldn't want the life that I have? You know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices, and sometimes you just gotta live kind of like well below your means until you can make it to a level where you can start living a bit better. And sometimes you gotta move. Life isn't fair. There's always gonna be poor people. There's always gonna be, you know, people at the bottom of the food chain. That's unfortunately the reality that we live in. And I feel bad for those people. Don't get me wrong. I feel pain in my heart for them. But we can't expect for the silver plate with all the money to drop on our lap because my life sucks. No, you got to work towards it. And even if you don't get it because you work towards it, you know, you can still live a relatively decent life. There's more to life than the material things that we want. And again, I'm guilty of this too. I'm saying this for me too. When we start to put our focus on Christ, on our family, on our friends, you know, doesn't that mean more than all the things that we can own? And this is speaking from someone who has 1,000,005 tote bags. Unfortunately. But anyway, besides the point. You don't need 1,000,000 things to be happy. And we can't get caught up in keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Kardashians. That life is unrealistic, and it comes with a baggage that I don't think like 80% of the population, even 90% of the population probably wants to deal with. It's not a good life. It's very empty. You know, we fill our lives up with these possessions and these material things, and it's just more times than not, it leads to emptiness. Like, yeah, it's nice to have money because you don't want to worry about food on the table, but there comes a point where, you know, do we need to live in luxury? Does it suck that there's always going to be poor people down on their luck? Yeah. But we're human. Other humans treat other people bad, but then some people also don't try, or they give up, or they've tried everything and they can't take it anymore. Some people end their lives over this. And this, to me, this is just so performative on our end, like Caleb is saying. But, you know, obviously we should try to work and help people who are down on their luck, but those people also need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and do their best to do better. I have a Bible verse here, hold on, that fits nicely. So Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 to 21. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy, where thieves break in and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And it's not to say that God doesn't want us to, you know, live or, you know, not be able to survive. But at the end of the day, right, our souls, right, as Christians, we know our walk with God is way more important than anything we could have on this earth. When we die, we don't take any of this. And it's not to say you shouldn't work towards a better life, right? People who don't work don't eat. The Bible says it. But at the same time, when do we stop focusing and chasing the material things and making that our whole life? And when do we start looking inwards and giving thanks to God for what we already have? You know, even poor people, like my dad, right? He's not rich, but he, you know, he thanks God on like a daily basis. Like when I used to talk to my dad often, right? My dad is not a man of money. Like my dad and my mom, they're not going to leave me any inheritance, but what he's going to leave me is biblical values and trying to be a better Christian. I mean, he's Protestant, but still, like, you know, the fact that he seeks the Lord, right? You know, that I will get from my dad. That's what I will inherit from my father. And that's worth more than all the rubies in the world, right? It's a relationship with Christ. It's trying to seek the Lord and be kind to others. Yeah, of course, like, you know, there are Christians that are blessed, right? I'm not saying that God can't bless you and you can have a nice house and, you know, nice car, whatever, but that shouldn't be your idol, is what I'm getting at. And yeah, we should do what we can to help others around us, even if it's, you know, giving them a can of food or praying for them, things like that. But we also can't drain the system, right? That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help the people who have to give money out of their taxes to pay for these programs. It doesn't help the people who are abusing these programs because if they're not gaining a skill. Like, I would understand if, like, okay, you need to go into mandatory training to learn a skill, like, you know, make it really valuable. That would help way more than just giving people stuff and they continue in the same cycle. Of course, you know, the system can't fully accommodate everyone. Some people, unfortunately, are going to be homeless. But if we can reduce it as much as you can, I think that's already a pretty big win. Yeah, that's a good message there. Muita on Kick. He said, "What's that line from Fight Club?" Or she, the more you obsess about owning stuff, the more your stuff ends up owning you. I mean, I think that's a pretty darn good quote if you ask me. But anyway, that's my TED Talk for the day, I guess. Or maybe we'll have another TED Talk later. Who knows?
Federal minimum wage.
I don't know.
Because you don't know anything.
I haven't
you just
met anyone who's making the federal minimum wage.
It's just knowing facts about a country.
But I've met people across
No,
all
it doesn't
ages.
matter who you've met, lady. That's not what changes statistics. You need to disconnect from that. Your anecdotal collection of bullshit is not the real world. It isn't.
I'm trying to meet people
What
where they're at.
percent do you think makes the federal minimum wage in the United States? What
I know
percent do you
that-
think? What percent? No, answer the question,
Well,
or I am ending this podcast. Answer the question.
I don't know.
Answer what you think.
30%?
It's less than 1%. You know nothing.
Well, waitresses make less than that.
It's still less. Oh my goodness. Yes, but after tip income, it's less than 1%. You know nothing. You're outraged. You're performative. You're a virtue signaling moron. You have prepared talking points and you know nothing about the real world. Can't believe you've gotten me to go down this rabbit hole when I really just asked what your job was. Oh my goodness. Percentage of food, less than 10%.
Dude, we're only 35 minutes in, by the way, guys.
Percent is an incredible statistic that we should celebrate.
How
A
much?
middle-class American lives better than kings in the Middle Ages, with plumbing, with food, with air conditioning, with housing, with getting
Should
cleaners.
we go back to the feudal times?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, actually, that was food. That was food. That was actually going out to eat, that statistic I pulled. 10%. It's less going out to eat today.
Wait, it's going out to eat and not even groceries?
Yeah, you know what grocery is? Because I have that prepared. It was 13.7. Now it's less than 5%. 5%! You know nothing! Infants, today, health, the third category was health costs, by the way. Government's heavily involved. Has dramatically, infant mortality rate fallen dramatically from 99.9 per 1,000 births, practically 10%, to 5.6 per 1,000. 5.6!
How much are diapers?
Oh my goodness. So you don't respond to a point I have. You don't respond to a point I have.
But you're talking
you just
about
bring
babies.
up
Why would she? Because the moment that she actually has to face what she believes, it all crumbles down. So of course she's not going to answer you.
thing you're ready to like go into.
I do care about the prices. I've been filming them for 3 years. I've been watching inflation for 3 years.
Okay, great. Yeah, prices of diapers. Yes, the cost of raising a child isn't great.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean things are abhorrently bad everywhere.
I mean, chips are more than the minimum wage.
Wrong again, idiot.
Where in God's green earth are chips higher than the federal minimum wage? I mean, maybe if you buy like a big family pack or you go to Costco and you buy like, you guys know those boxes in Costco where they sell you like the variety of chip, like the Miss Vicky's chips, and you get like the sea salt, vinegar, the sea salt, the vinegar, the barbecue, is it barbecue? I think it's like barbecue and like jalapeno. Like, okay, if you buy that, then yes, it'll be more than the minimum wage, but a bag of chips? Girl, you must be living in the middle of freaking, I don't know. I almost said something bad. Sorry, I had to stop myself. In the middle of like LA where everything's like $1 million. Like, that's like the only freaking way that you're doing, like, no way. Like, oh my gosh.
Chips are not needed to survive.
No, but they are.
The minimum wage is less than 1% of the workforce in the United States. That's a broken statistic that you just brought up.
If you only have $10 for a meal that day.
That's a broken statistic, though.
But
why would you have less than $10 for a meal that day? If you're working minimum wage, that doesn't even make sense.
Well, if you're working minimum wage, that's
less than 1%.
That's $7.25 an hour, $7.50 an hour. And so if you buy a bag of chips for $7.99, that's a whole hour of your labor.
By the way, 63% of Americans own homes, which is better than like ever before.
As a Gen Zer, I could probably never afford a home, especially.
That's a lie.
Okay, so it's not a lie, but here's the thing, right? And like this, again, this goes for me too. First of all, I might not get a house in New Jersey. Unless the house market crash, which, okay, I'm kind of hoping it does. And it gets better. But I also have to save money. And I'm also in debt. Now, my overall debt has gone down significantly in the last 6 months. Glory to God. But, I mean, I gotta be smarter with my money. And I gotta, like, once me and Gabe are married, we gotta start setting money apart. And right now, I got, like, school to pay for, so it makes it harder. And I'm paying, like, quite a bit in rent. So I can't really save for a house right now. But eventually, once we're married, Lord willing, and things are not, like, I'm not as strained with my finances, I want to set apart, you know, at least $500 to $1,000. Now, I mean, if somehow I make it as a streamer, I may be able to get a house sooner, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna bank on that. You know, I gotta work my normal job and try to get out of debt. Honestly, I'm thinking about quitting school, but, you know, I hope someday in the future I can own a home, but even if I don't, I'll just do my best, I guess. But it's not impossible. I mean, as long as you're smart with your money and you move up in your job and, you know, you have a 2-income household, you should be fine, honestly. And as long as your credit's not deep down in the dirt, you'll be fine. You'll probably get a decent loan, mortgage, whatever.
Well, my bank hates me.
Your bank hates you. Your bank hits you. Let's see. Okay, minimum percent spent on bullshit was about 25%. Take that, put it in a low-cost index fund, let it run for 10 years. Congratulations.
Hey, what's up, a Christian, please? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yo, Butterwriters, thank you again for the follow. And Shadow YK, thank you for the follow. Weeds723, thank you as well. God bless you guys. Thank you for your support. Yeah, and not buying unnecessary stuff is also a good thing. Yeah, cutting things out. Like, I know when I lost my job, I had to cut out a lot of stuff. And you gotta check for like hidden subscriptions too, because sometimes people steal your card information, bro. and you have this random subscription that's been charged for like 3 months and you gotta go fight it with your bank. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, like if you're responsible, like obviously like the thing with New Jersey is that first of all, the property taxes are insane here in the state. And second, the houses are really expensive, so I might have to move to a different state. And that's fine. I mean, I'm looking at Texas anyway, like outside, like outskirts of Dallas, maybe Plano or something like that. I don't know yet. Maybe even Central Texas. I'm not sure. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. You just have to be smart. And I think that Caleb is someone that this generation needs, that everyone needs, like a good financial advisor who tells you straight up what it is.
Since you have a down
What makes
payment.
it bullshit?
Shut the
I have like, I think I have at least $2,000 set apart for my wedding, and I'm probably not going to use the full amount. Me and Gabe don't plan on having a super fancy wedding. I don't plan on spending more than maybe $200 on a dress, and if I can rent it, even better. I don't want to save a dress. I'm not gonna pass it down. Maybe, well, if God doesn't come before my kids are older and of marriage age, I hope that we're in a much better spot where we can, foot the bill of their wedding. Nothing crazy either, because no reason to give anybody an expensive wedding, but so that they don't have to worry about it and they can go get their own house or something sooner than I did. Are you gonna get married in your pajamas if you have to? Okay, I'm not going to my wedding with pajamas, okay? Girlie's gonna wear a dress, and Girlie's gonna look fat and ugly in that dress.
up. It's things that aren't necessary for your life. Going out to eat, miscellaneous dumbass shit. We're going to go through your budget and you'll see it. But like always, you would rather be a victim than actually take any kind of personal responsibility for anything in your life.
Well, I am responsible for my finances. However, I don't control the cost of gas.
Yeah, that's bad. That's an outcome of a war we probably shouldn't have done. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Congratulations. We can shake hands on that. Capitalism has made almost everything better. More access to food than ever before. More access to resources, medical care than ever before. And by the way, yes. Get sick, go to the emergency room. It's fine.
Be in financial debt, go homeless.
Dude, medical debt, do you know the impact of medical debt? It's almost nothing.
I don't have insurance.
Brother, the impact on medical debt, there's almost a reason why we don't allow people with medical debt on the show. It's because it almost has no impact on people's lives.
Then why are they sending bills to babies?
And guess what? If they don't pay it, almost nothing will happen. That is the actual reality. If they don't pay it, almost no consequence.
Is that our financial advice? Don't pay?
For medical debt? I mean, I would rather pay because, like, if you're looking to get a car or something, it could be a little impacting. But other than that, it is the least impactful debt. And going through bankruptcy is honestly almost not even a hassle.
So it's something that you just declare. I declare bankruptcy.
Wonderful. Which, by the way, she was crying about how we need to get everyone a phone. What percentage of Americans own a phone? Smartphone. Sorry, I should say smartphone.
Probably near 99% of Americans own a phone. These are just non-points by her. I'm going to be really honest. Like, the system is broken. I'd rather we talk about the system, how to fix it, and just giving people the tools to do basic financial stuff. Because once you do that, like, if you live within your means as best as you can, you'll be fine, bro. But we've all been irresponsible, myself included, bro. If I could go back in time and bonk my younger self in the head. Actually, no, I'll smack her with the chancla, bro. I'll grab the belt and I'll beat her. Anyway, in Minecraft, I would, because I made a lot of stupid decisions that are affecting me today. And it's my fault. Anyway, thank you, Powder Virus, for the tier 1 for the next 3 months. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you're doing well. And please get that delicious Chick-fil-A. Definitely be financially responsible and get... I'm messing with you. Just do better, bro.
Phone specifically.
80?
It is 98%. But I guess we need to get everyone that. So internet. What about that? The one that the government has to pay for. What usage in the United States? Who has access to the internet?
It's not about having access. It's about providing these things so that
Providing. So people are already getting that, but what percent?
70%?
99. You don't know what you're talking about. You're performative.
I know that these are things that could improve people's lives. That's all I need to know.
Well, good news. They have 99% have it, so...
And they would be even happier if it was free.
No, they wouldn't, because it would not be as good. If it was free, they wouldn't be competing
it would provide
Dude,
that
if the
bare
internet
minimum.
was free in Austin, Texas, AT&T Spectrum and Google Fiber wouldn't be competing to make lower cost, higher speed fiber. We wouldn't have that because it would just be one provider and they would have no need to make it better ever. I'm happy that capitalism has produced higher speed internet. No counterpoint. Wonderful. And that's usually what I expect from people like you.
Having your needs met so that you can dream.
What sacrifices have you done? Actual sacrifices. Because here's the reality with people like you. Your activism has cost you nothing. Nothing.
And that's the thing, like, okay, I'm probably gonna end here because I'm gonna be honest, like, I think I've snapped way before Caleb has. I think he has way more patience with her. I'll wait for the super chat to go through. Hold on.
Noah Wiley, 2,846 donated $5 through super chat. Did not expect to learn more about finances today. We always need to handle it well, especially with low-income jobs.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys because I've messed up a lot. And sometimes I still mess up even today. Like, I know we were joking about the whole gotcha thing, but there was a time where I was going crazy with gotcha, bro. Like, I was going super insane. Like, even when I was younger, like League of Legends, bro. Oh my gosh, I was so obsessed with buying skins. But as I've gotten older, I've had to like curve a lot of things because I have more responsibilities. It's hard. It's not easy. But you know, like when you focus, it's so like, even if you have to work hard to get those things, I think it's like, obviously I don't want to be struggling all the time, but earning things, you know, working the hours, building up to it is so much more satisfying than if someone hands it down to you. And usually what they hand you down is like the lowest quality that they can get so they can give it to most people. It's nice when you can afford the better thing. Now, obviously, don't go crazy and buy the most luxurious thing. Like, for example, the phone that, like, you guys see my tracking, right? I use an iPhone. I got this iPhone like 3-4 years ago. I might upgrade to the iPhone that's coming out this fall. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. The iPhone 18. But I don't upgrade my phone every year. It's been like minimum 3 to 4 years since I got this iPhone. And it still works great. There's no reason for me to spend money on it. Yes, I use an Apple phone. And it's great for tracking, okay? It's great for VTubing. That's all I gotta say. Anyway. And I felt happy when I finally paid it off. And the next one that I get, I want to make sure I have the money saved so I don't have to pay interest because interest sucks. Now, if they give me a no interest plan, maybe, but there's always a catch to these things. Anyway. But even my streams, right? I'm gonna like pause here. I'll probably watch the rest of this video later with Gabe, but Caleb makes a really good point. If you just get everything handed to you, you don't value it. It's not good quality. It was just given to you, you know?